Welcome to the Where's Big Drew podcast. Sponsored by Staycating.com. The #1 new short-term rental site in East Tennessee. Staycating.com will show the difference between staying at a property and a staycating experience. This podcast is also sponsored in part by Short Term Pro and Buffalo Creek Fishing Company. Be sure to click the like button and follow us for more funny stories from your favorite big bearded travel blogger. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Where's Big Drew. Remember as always to eat local and support local businesses. Now let's get into today's podcast.
The only thing that I need is you and me underneath the sunny. The only thing that I need is you and me underneath the sunny. I need a vacation. I got crumbs in my beard.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Big Drew Reviews, where I go to my favorite local restaurants and local businesses to check them out. And I decided to come back and leave a review on them and give you guys my honest feedback of what I thought. So if you ever want to go try to experience the business for yourself, then you get a chance to do that. I always try to keep it positive, but keep in mind there may be a couple instances where maybe something wasn't 100% positive. Now, if I go to a business and just absolutely hated every second of it and it was just terrible, most likely it's probably not going to end up on here because I don't want to be the guy that buries a local business, but I'm also not going to be the guy that's going to lie and try to promote them either. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, what's up? Big Drew here. You're listening to another episode of Big Drew Reviews on the Where's Big Drew podcast. Remember guys, eat and support at local businesses. I think I butchered that a little bit. Eat at and support local businesses. Yeah, that sounds better. But yeah, support local businesses, man. That's what this is all about. And if you hadn't already, click the like and click the subscribe button so that you can get a notification anytime I do a new podcast. And also, while you're at it, since you're in the liking and subscribing mood, go ahead and follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I sounded so old when I said that just then. Like, I'm only 31, but I get little glimpses of like, oh man, it's starting. I'm turning into Red Foreman from that 70s show. It's starting. Yeah, when I said that just then, I sounded so old. Follow me on the social media. Oh, man. It's really all downhill from here. But yes, follow me on my social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of that is at Where's Big Drew. That is how you get in touch with me. Or follow me if you want to stalk me. Tell me what I'm wearing, when I'm putting on clothes in front of the window. I'm in a very weird place today, dude. I don't know what it's Monday, so my brain is mushy. It's Mushy Brain Monday. Yeah. But anyways, today's review is on dandy little place I tried this past week. Finally got to cross it off my list, and that is Burger Boys in Knoxville, Tennessee. I stuttered there because I'm like, I don't know if it's Burger Boys Restaurant or Burger Boys Burger Joint or whatever, but it's just, I'm pretty sure called Burger Boys, but it's there in Knoxville, just on the outskirts of downtown off of Chapman Highway. By the way, I have pictures and all that on my social media. If you go check that out, you can see pictures of the food as well as, I tagged the location if you want to check it out. So I was actually in a massive hurry. I didn't have a lot of time on the day that I was stopping by, first off, so I do want to throw that out there. Normally, I will go kind of like not full on sleuth and order half the menu, but normally I will kind of order quite a few things to try. For one, that supports local businesses, and for two, that gives me a chance to sort of try different things. But this day I was in like a massive hurry, and I actually was my budget was strapped at the time, so I went with, I think it was called the Little Dom Burger. Uh, it was basically the burger, and it had like jalapenos and pepper jack cheese and stuff on it. I like spicy stuff, but yeah, I swung in there, and like I said, I was in a hurry, and I snapped a few pictures and stuff. But eventually, I'll start doing videos and all kinds of other stuff. But we're just not there yet. So yeah, first off, just throwing it out there. Okay, and again, these are all honest reviews. This is just my take on things, but just throwing it out there. Parking lot's kind of small. Okay, I actually pulled in kind of like a work van, all incognito and whatnot. Pulled in a work van, and I actually had to like back up and then cut it a little tighter to make the turn. It's just basically, like I said, it's a real small parking lot, and where the dumpsters and stuff are at, it's a little tight getting in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you are gonna carpool over there, I would pick whoever has the smallest vehicle. They may even have a little walk-up window, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't notice. Maybe somebody can verify that for me on social media, if they have a walk-up menu or not. But like I said, I drove through the drive-thru, and it was a little tight. But yeah, I pulled in, basically, looked at the menu. I put in my order, and then I pulled around to the couple. There's just a few parking spots in the back that I backed my van in, and they're like, yeah, we'll bring it right out. I mean, it was, when they say they're going to bring it right out, by God, it was right out. I mean, it was like, I think I put in my order, paid. I actually looped around the building once to try to figure out where I was going to park, and then I settled on where I eventually parked at. But, yeah, it was, I backed in. I mean, it was maybe a total of like 5 minutes. Like, I didn't even get all the way through a game of Mighty Party on my phone, and it was like, she come walking out with my food, which was awesome. But I ordered the Little Dom Burger. I think that's what it was called. For that matter, if you guys are already playing around on my social media, just verify for me that is what I got. But I'm actually mobile. I'm driving right now, so I don't have a chance to look it up. But so the burger itself was awesome. It was very fresh tasting. It was it was hot. I mean, it was like I said, when I say like fast, hot, and delicious, I mean, that's basically what this experience was. Everything was hot and fresh tasting and all that. But the burger that I got, it was a little, I don't want to say small. It was a little smaller than I was expecting, but I also got kind of one of the bargain burgers. So, I wasn't expecting it to be big by no means, but it was a little smaller than I thought. But the flavor was awesome. All of the condiments and stuff was good. I know it sounds weird, but like, how you go some places and the condiments taste like really cheap and generic, but the condiments were good. Sorry about the background noise there if you heard that. I hit the rumble strip while I was driving. Yeah, this is actually a really bomb ass headset. It blocks out a lot of noise, but I'm sure you guys heard a little bit of that. But yeah, the burger had great flavor. It tasted like it was very like homemade tasting, like if you were out back grilling burgers and stuff. I mean, it was had a lot of flavor. Like I said, the condiments were fresh. They tasted good. The condiments didn't taste generic. I tell you what really surprised me and blew me away, though, because obviously going to Burger Boys, you're going to be kind of focused on the burger. That's kind of like your the highlight of the meal, or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. That's like the headliner. That's what I'm trying to say. The burger is kind of like the headliner when you go to a burger joint. But I tell you what really surprised me was how good the fries were, dude. Like, you could tell they were chopped up, fresh. You could tell like they were like they cut the potatoes themselves. They, dropped them in themselves. Like, these were not frozen fries, and they had a lot of flavor. And what I liked was, um, because they were so fresh and so authentic, you had some of them that were kind of crispy. You had some of them that were they were a little bit more like soft and potatoey. You had some that, it's like some of them caught a little bit more flavor than other ones. Some of them were kind of like a little shy on the flavor, and it was just like, but, of course, I was eating two or three at the same time. But I know that sounds like it's a bad thing, but it was so good and so fresh and so authentic. Like, that's what I liked about it. It was almost kind of like, uh, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it to, but it was so fresh, so authentic. Um, and they had a lot of flavor, but it was the freshness that got me. And I mean, there's a good amount of fries. Like, it almost sort of kind of reminded me maybe of like Five Guys or somewhere. Like, I'm trying to think of somewhere else that has really good fries off the top of my head. But yeah, the fries are really what caught me off guard, dude. And I mean, like, I was not expecting the fries to be that good. And like I said, I like fresh, homemade. Um, I'm not like the healthiest person, but I love organic fruit, organic foods. I grew up. My papa had a tomato garden and stuff growing up, and he had a little garden, but he was like kind of famous for his tomatoes. But and I actually live in Granger County, Tennessee, which is like they're famous for their tomatoes. They literally have like a tomato festival every year. But I've grown up around farmers and people who own gardens and people who like grow their own food. They even like raise animals and stuff, or they go hunting and they provide their own food or whatever. But I've literally grown up around people that eat fresh organic food. And it's funny because when you think of like all fresh, all organic food, you kind of think of like hipsters or whatever and stuff. But it's like, but really for me, when I hear all fresh, all organic, farm to table, I don't think about like a bougie restaurant. I think about the farmers who, growing up, on the side of the road, like you just be driving down the road and there'd be some dude on the side of the road with a pickup truck, selling the onions and tomatoes and stuff that he grew himself, trying to make a buck. And that's what I think of when I think of all fresh, all organic and all that stuff. But, so I love fresh, home cooked, home style meals. And that's what these tasted like. Like, if you guys were going to try to chop up potatoes and make your own fries, like that's what this was. And it was awesome. Now they are famous for their, they do also sell like chicken livers and chicken gizzards, which is like unique. Not a lot of people have that anymore. So that's kind of cool. I didn't try those. I'm not a big chicken livers and chicken gizzards person, but I know that there are people that, are. Oh, you know what? I actually had to drive over here to the DMV, and I just remembered today is like President's Day or something, so that is not going to work. I have to turn around and get back out of here. But yeah, so government holidays, man. Am I right? Or am I right? Sorry, I'm getting turned around here. This is a little crazy. But there's a couple cars behind me that's blocking me in. Like I said, I record these when I'm on the go most of the time. I may go back through later and edit some of this stuff out, but for the most part, it's kind of like I just try to be honest and be real with them. But yeah, the fries were delicious. They're fresh. They're homemade. That was really what caught me off guard. They do sell chicken livers and chicken gizzards, which, I was, like I said, a lot of people don't do that anymore. They also were advertising sweet potato pie, which I'm like, oh, dude, it's been so long since I've had sweet potato pie. It's been even longer since I had a good one. Um, so I'm like, man, I got to get back and try some of that sweet potato pie. But, they had several desserts that sounded really good, and they had some other stuff that sounded really good. But like I said, this particular day that I was driving by, I was strapped for cash, and I was a little down on my luck and whatnot. So, but all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience at Burger Boys. I will definitely be back. It was good. It was hot. It was fresh. It was fast. Uh, it was cheap, like very, very affordable, which was nice, especially at this given point in time that I just happened to be stopping by. So yeah, I would highly, highly recommend you check out Burger Boys, especially if you're in a hurry and you want a good burger and you want it quick and you're near the downtown area. Yeah, I would 100% recommend that you try Burger Boys. And if there's a place that you guys want me to try, let me know. Where should I go next? Burgers, pizza, seafood, ice cream. I like Thai food. I like, Korean food. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. If there's a place you think I should try, let me know. If you own a restaurant or a business, I know I focus mostly on food on these shows, but that's the beautiful thing about Where's Big Drew. It doesn't always have to be places that I'm eating at. It could be, whatever it is. If you have if you are a small business owner in the greater Knoxville or middle to East Tennessee area, if it's within a 3 to 4 hour drive from Knoxville, I'm game. Okay. I'm not to the point, I travel a lot for work, but I'm not to the point where I can just like travel all across the country anymore. I'm a husband and a father and all kinds of things now. So that's a little tricky. We can talk about it. I definitely would be willing to work with some of them places I used to frequent, but yeah, if you're a small business owner within 4 hours from Knoxville and you want me to do a feature on your business, hit me up. We'll talk about it. If there's a place that you guys think I should go, let me know. Hit me up on social media at Where's Big Drew. Let me know. I want to know, where my next little adventure is going to take me. So, again, I hope that you guys have been fantastic. This has been another episode of Big Drew Reviews on the Where's Big Drew podcast. Remember, guys, eat at and support local businesses. Yeah, I got it right that time. Getting better. But if you hadn't already, click like, click subscribe, and all that. So until next time, this is Big Drew, and I'm out.